Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I'm Crash Rowsell, and it's once again time to crash the Skylanders with a conspiracy video. Yeah, that's right. So, a little backstory before I start on this crazy rambling. Of course, the guy with a big beard is going to be talking about a conspiracy now. Yeah, that's right. I play this game called AFK Arena. Now, AFK Arena is a mobile game that I've been playing for the last year or so. It's just a time-based idle game where most of the time you go in, you play for like 20 to 30 minutes, and then you're kind of done for the day. Or you can put money towards the game, which I don't do that. I only put money towards like one mobile game, and that's Animal Crossing. I don't put it towards Pokemon Go. But regardless, it's a mobile game that I've been playing for a while. I played it through an app called Misplay. My coworker was a big fan of it, so I decided to play it, got really into it. Kind of addicted to it now. Almost every single day I do play it at a certain time every single night because everything resets at a certain time. The other day I was at work and I was telling one of my new coworkers about the game, and I was just like, oh, I just ascended this hero, I did this and that, and then I looked at them and said, the one I want to get up is Kren, and I showed Kren and I was just like, he looks kind of a lot like a Skylander called Flarewolf, and if you look, he kind of does. So, this video is not sponsored by AFK Arena. I mean, it could be, but it ain't. But I wanted to talk about how AFK Arena ripped off Skylanders. And yeah, I got some facts behind it too of how it might actually have. So the first big thing is, okay, Crash, you say AFK Arena ripped off Skylanders, where's your proof? Well, first of all, AFK Arena came out in 2019, April of 2019 to be precise, technically the 9th if you want to be precision. But it came out April 2019. The last Skylanders game to come out was Imaginators that came out in October of 2016. Yeah, okay. Flarewolf was in Imaginators. Okay, keep that in mind. Flarewolf was in Imaginators in 2016. And then 3 years later, AFK Arena drops with Kren, who was in, I don't know, Kren actually came out in 2020. So Kren wasn't even in there from the beginning. So literally a year later, they introduced Kren into the game. So 4 years after the game had come out, they introduced a Flarewolf ripoff. And I mean, it's one of those where like, okay, maybe it just coincides perfectly together and stuff. And before you say, Crash, yeah, they released their own mobile game too. Remember Ring of Heroes? Ring of Heroes came out in December of 2019 for Canada, and then February of 2020 for the rest of the world. Yeah. You don't come at me. You don't think I look up the facts. Come on now. If I'm going to do a conspiracy video, you know I'm going to do right. Yeah, so you can't fight me on that. So the biggest thing is this game comes out, and you're there playing it every single day, and you don't notice until Kren pops up and you say, it looks like Flarewolf, that you go, wait, there's a lot of characters in this game that resemble a lot of characters from Skylanders. And a lot of those Skylanders were out for a very long time before they got introduced. And looking it up, I found 10 examples. I found 10 examples of how AFK Arena ripped off Skylanders because of all these characters in AFK Arena that look and play the exact same way as some of the characters in Skylanders. So let's put on our tinfoil hats. Let's turn off all cellular devices and move out into the woods because the conspiracy theory is happening. And I know you're watching Lilith Games. That's right, AFK Arena. I know you're creators. Vicarious Visions, Bob's Toys for Bob's. I was going to say Bob's Burgers. Toys for Bob's. B-Knots, Activision. Y'all better pay attention because you got to get out your legal team because it's time to get a suing. Don't go suing. Don't sue anybody, please. Lilith Games, AFK Arena. I caught on, and I'm going to prove it right now. So, of course, the first one I mentioned, Kren and Flarewolf. You look at both of these, there's no possible way that you could say that these are two different characters. They literally play the exact same way, too. Kren literally stands there with a bazooka in the background, and he has a bazooka in his hands at all time. I know it's a hand bazooka instead of a two-handed one like Flarewolf has, but he's a red and brown wolf that looks kind of fire-like that shoots bazookas and guns. There's no way that there is not a similarity between these two. There's no way that this is just a coincidence. They have played Imaginators and said, you know, Flarewolf, pretty sick. Better make my own. Mom says we have Flarewolf at home. It's Kren. So delving deeper, I stumbled upon Ulmus. It's a tree character that literally uses the ground to pound. Yeah, it looks very similar to T-Rex. and the same abilities as Stump Smash. And if you look real close on his photo, you notice a little furry friend in his leaves there. Kind of similar to Tree Pex. I know he's feathered, but yeah, Tree Rex has a feathered friend named Tree Pex. He came out in like 2013. Stump Smash has been there since the beginning, 2012. And Almost comes out in 2020, I think 2020 or 2021, regardless when he came out. Very similar. Creepily similar, actually, of how identical these two characters are. Almost, you got some explaining to do. So the Drefts in the game look just like Tropypods. So Drefts are kind of like these side characters. They're like, hilariously, they're one of the weaker enemies in the games. You can't even fight with them. Chompypods are the same way. They produce Chompies. Drefts look almost identical to Chompypods. Drefts, what kind of game is Dref anyways? But the Chompypods, it's kind of scary how almost identical these things look. They even in the photo that I have here, he's spitting something out, and the Chompypods spit Chompypods out. That's not a coincidence either, there's no way. Of course, they released a little nuisance mage character, just like Chompy Mage. His name is Numisu, I think that's how I pronounce it. Like, look at the comparison between these two. They're both little dudes, a big staff, they go around waving and stuff, and being a general nuisance. Numisu is actually one of the ones when I play the game against other people, I don't like fighting him because he's really good at keeping him healed and stuff. And I know Chompy Mage does not heal. That's perfectly fine. But Numisu is annoying. Chompy Mage can be annoying. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have his own hand puppet, so Chompy Mage gets a +1 there. But the comparisons, come on, it's kind of obvious. Next we have Granite, who looks a lot like Gigantus from Giants. He was supposed to be actually Tree Rex where he came up. Look how similar he looks. He also looks very similar to the Golem in Stone Town, I've noticed too. Because the biggest thing is Granite, see I don't even know the difference between them. Granite is this big powerful rock dude, but he has a wind turbine in the middle of him. Stone Town, you literally go and he uses the wind to block him from attacking him. Now, Granite looks a lot more like him, and Granite is this big, surly boy who wants to help you out, and Granite is one of the support characters in the game. He's a powerhouse, but he also helps support. How strange is that? I know I loosely based that one, but it worked, didn't it? Yeah. Now, I did stretch the next few, just letting you know, but Estrilda and Knight Rider, or Fright Rider, I always mix up their names. She literally rides on the back of a horse, well, he rides on the back of a chicken, and they both use spears to attack their enemies. They run in and attack with a stab. I know it's very common in, like, medieval times to ride horseback and attack with swords and such, but I mean, this one's a little too close for home, because look at the hats. Look at their helmets they're wearing. Both of them have the little crook on the top. Yeah. That's not strange? I don't know what is. There's a likable lion character named Brutus. There's also a likable lion character named Wildfire in Skylanders. Now, of course, Brutus uses a sword, and Wildfire uses a shield. That's a big difference, yes. But the fact that these are two magnificent lion beasts that people love and not many people dislike, yeah. I even have Brutus on my team. That's how much I like him. Think about it. Wildfire, my second favorite Skylander. Brutus, one of my mains on my team. And I actually worked on getting him on my team. Not that I went out of my way and tried to get Brutus, what are they called? Brutus summons, so I can get a Brutus. That's weird. So Thescu reminds me of Pit Boss. It's a snake that can control snakes. Literally what Pit Boss can do. He can summon snakes from the ground. Now, of course, I could have lumped in Cobra Kadabra with this one too, because Cobra Kadabra is literally a snake charmer who charms himself. So, I mean, Pit Boss, Cobra Kadabra with Thescu, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I actually don't have him, so. But, I don't know, man. That's kind of coinky-dink there. A snake that can control snakes. And he's a snake charmer. Sounds like two Skylanders fused together, in my opinion. There's literally a fairy-like character that rides on the back of, it looks like a fawn, but it could be like a goat. While in Skylanders, there's a fairy-type goat who shoots arrows, just like Leica does. I don't know the name. I don't know how to pronounce any of these names. That's weird. The fact that they're both the same color scheme too, with a white and pink kind of element along with a little bit of gold mixed in. It's strange. It's like they took Buckshot and split them apart to make these two characters. Literally the girl is got rabbit ears, yes, but he has like rabbit kind of ears with horns to be a goat. So it's like they took the two pieces of Buckshot and split them apart to make Leica. And I don't like it a bit. This one was a stretch, I'll be honest. And they introduced guest characters. Skylanders did it first. Superchargers and Imaginators introduced Donkey Kong, Bowser, and in Imaginators they introduced Crash Bandicoot and Neocortex. And then AFK Arena drops Joker and Queen from Persona 5, and then they drop Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed, and they drop the Prince from Prince of Persia. Collaborations. There's only I've ever played a couple games that have like big collaborations like that. And these are characters you could have went out of your way and bought. You had to pay real money to get them. You couldn't just unlock them. You had to pay real money for them. Very similar to 4 other characters that you had to go buy physically yourself. Huh? Something weird going on here. Guest characters. They even called them guest characters. Not special characters, guest characters. Exactly what they were called in Skylanders. Wake up, sheeple. So yeah, I may be pushing the boundaries here and kind of overthinking it, but man, that's really coinkadinkle. And I know, Lilith Games, if you're watching, you might be saying to yourself, crud, we've been found out. But you can send me an email and you can call me out. Ask crashtheskylands@gmail.com. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, I had to call this out here because it was just too weird. It was just too weird that I found 10 similarities between the games and the fact that the games are a big age difference. It was just enough time to make people go, maybe not. Because the game's made in 2019, and it took me 4 years to discover your dirty little secret. If you play AFK Arena, let me know if there's any similarities you've seen when it comes to Skylanders in AFK Arena. And if you don't play AFK Arena, you should. It's really fun, actually. Regardless of them ripping off Skylanders, I'm still going to play the game. Lol. Thank you so much for watching this big conspiracy theory video. Do not take this seriously. This is just a random little video where I just noticed some similarities and said, hey, let's go for it. It sounded fun. And it was fun. It was nice discussing some conspiracy theories. And I mean, yes, if they did encourage some stuff from Skylanders to make AFK Arena, heck yeah, that sounds fun as hell, dude. And that's why I play it so much. It's probably why I like it so much. But yes, definitely go check out AFK Arena. Don't give them any hate because of it. This, again, was a joke video. And Lilith Games, if you're watching, I am available. I play AFK Arena all the time. I have 4 Ascended Heroes with Saurus already on the way. If you don't know who my team is, I have Thane, I have Shamira, I have Brutus, I have Lucius, and I have Saurus. Saurus is the one I'm trying to get up to Ascended now. Not too far away, actually. That's right, I know the game. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next week for another awesome video, or the week after, depending on when it goes. But again, take this video as a grain of salt. Go play AFK Arena. It is a very fun game, and it's free. That's the best part about it. It doesn't take long at all to get into. But as always, I bid you farewell.